it's tipped.
Oh my gosh.
I think it's angled to...
Let's try this again. So earlier online, we asked a few friends and family members to kind of, post their questions below. You guys were super unsuccessful with that, but that's okay.
Bad at following directions. There's one question.
There's one question, and that's what we're going to start with next. Next. One of our friends named Lexi just basically simply asked, what is the treatment and prognosis? Cali?
When it comes to the prognosis for this condition, it is, in almost every case, fantastic. There are very, very, very low chances of anything like bad happening. Most babies will either get surgery or their silos and then heal up
Or
from
both.
it. Yeah, or both. And heal up from it, and the worst thing that they'll have to deal with is like acid reflux or minor dietary issues. As far as treatment goes, most of the time what happens is there's so much out that they have to do what's called a silo, and it looks like a big Ziploc baggie that attaches to them and then just kind of is held up, and everything that was outside kind of goes into that.
Using gravity.
Yeah, and then using gravity it'll slowly go back in, and they'll crank it down, and it'll go back in and crank it down farther.
Typically that takes around 3 weeks, correct? Typically that takes
Anywhere
about
1 to 3.
1 to 3 weeks. It can vary. Somehow Kaphila managed to do that in 6 hours. So for those who are kind of wondering how she's doing, she still is getting her stomach kind of pumped in a sense.
Yeah, a little bit. It's kind of getting
like
suctioned.
cleaning it out. So she's still not. She's eating through an IV, or she's getting nutrients through an IV. 1 to 3 weeks for that, and she did it in 6 hours. And she skipped surgery. The team for surgery came in to assess and prep, and they saw that she pretty much just sucked it all back up inside of her.
Yeah.
But typically, honestly, our stay should be about I'd say 2 to 3 months, 3 months max, unless something crazy happens. So she's doing well, and
Everything's going to plan.
and treatment basically now is just patience and getting ready for feedings here down the road and kind of cleaning out her stomach. Before, other cases would have been the silo, surgery, maybe more surgery, and then feeds. She's kind of skipped a lot of those steps, which is incredible. Really, again, the biggest one now we're going to be waiting on is feeding and how she does with that, which will be really tough because a lot of gastro patients have a tendency to struggle with that.
With initial feeds, yeah. No surgery, no stitches. She basically just has a big Band-Aid covering her stomach.
Christina said that she just can't wait to see her.
Yeah.
Yeah. She can't wait to see everyone, believe me. She is, she's sleeping obviously quite a bit with everything
She's
going
so
on.
little.
In that, obviously. But she's, every time she has come across someone, your parents, nurses, us,
She's wide awake.
she's very open for socializing. Let me go and pull yours up. Kayla said, why is she so perfect? Because of me.
She's our baby.
Yeah, because she's our baby. We think we've created quite the,
We made a cute baby.
yeah, she's a interesting, I'm trying to come to the right word, organism. Brianna is out here, actually no, correction. Trinity said, I second this question. So she's double asking, why is she so perfect?
My baby. Our baby.
Brianna just basically is just letting us know that if we need anything, she's there. I would like more pizza. Taylor gave us pizza tonight. We got like
It's Brianna's turn tomorrow.
Yeah, Brianna, you're up. Italian. It was hardcore Italian pizza. I don't know the name of the place, but it was really good. Starts with a G.
No, it doesn't. It starts with an E.
I don't think there's anything to add when it comes to how she's doing. She's doing very well. She's ahead of schedule on everything. This originally was supposed to be a 3 to 6 month stay. We are down to 2 to 3 months. 3 months max now. She's done incredible. So very, very happy with that. So because she's doing so well, it's not what I meant to say. Because you guys didn't ask that many questions, what we're going to do for just the last 2 minutes of this video is just kind of talk about what it's like to stay in a NICU for those of you who aren't family members and friends who are just kind of coming across this video on YouTube. Staying in NICU is interesting, at least from me and my perspective.
Yeah.
We haven't talked about it much together.
You talk about yours, I'll talk about mine.
So my experience is, it's like, so your first couple nights, besides everything going on with your child, it's like staying in a hotel. Not the most comfortable hotel.
Yeah.
But it's like staying in a hotel. But the only difference is with this hotel, you have like no freedom. You can go outside and sit in a lobby and record YouTube videos.
Yeah.
There's nothing else you can do. Now, we are not stuck here. We are allowed to go, as we mentioned in previous videos. They're encouraging us to get out, go back to doing normal life, and, making a schedule of it. But from our experience being here on, consecutive days now, it's like living in a box. But you can go outside of the box. You just can't do much outside of the box.
Yeah. You can go out of your little box, but only to a certain extent, really. And then you can go back in your box and stay there.
But seriously, it's not that bad. It's stressful at first because your child is obviously in this situation.
And not home.
Yeah, we'd rather be home
Yeah.
with our dogs. Like I'm missing Nikolai like crazy.
Yeah.
Natasha, she's cool.
A handful, but
yeah, she's cool. I love her. I do. I love her. Don't get me wrong, but Nikolai's my boy. Bring a laptop, phones, things to do because we are only a few days in. Yeah, we're only a few days in and we're starting to run out of entertainment. We're gonna be buying cards and like bringing other board games and things like that because we're definitely gonna need that for the long haul.
You get a little stir crazy.
And our schedule should be 3 days here. 3 days here, rest of the time at home. 3 days here, rest of the time at home. And that's kind of what we're gonna go for. And we might switch it up, which I've mentioned before, but none of you guys actually watched till the end. If you watched till the end.
You done that twice.
I'm trying to tell you to do something. If you've watched to this point in the video, you came straight from labor too.
Yeah. I was at the other hospital for a few days before I got discharged and came over here, and then it's like staying in a weird hotel. The only difference is every 3-4 hours, nurses come in and flip on all the lights, and monitors are constantly beeping and dinging, and obviously if she's waking up and crying, but we're gonna have that at home. It's just different because if I don't wake up right away and he doesn't wake up right away, a nurse is already in the room.
Even if we do wake up, there's not much we can do. It's so fascinating.
Yeah.
Like you feel like you are trying your best to be a parent,
but you're watching nurses and doctors do it for you.
Because they are the ones who are treating them.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting, which is something you have to accept is you are the parent. You are top dog in the room.
But there's still only so much you can do.
Yeah, we can change a diaper. And we can hold her.
Yeah, we can change diapers and we can hold her. And
comfort.
Yeah.
But that's it. If she's crying for medical reasons or she's just upset and will not stop, they will come in and they will check.
Yeah,
they will try to see what's going on because they're more concerned about the mental aspect of things. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No,
but
you're fine. It makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Because it's a really great way to explain the reason for it and everything behind it.
And they have events here.
Yeah, they have tons of events all the time, but they're also, even though they're all the time, they're also only on specific days, and those don't tend to be
They don't line up with our schedule.
Yeah.
But they might line up with yours if you're staying in NICU again. I'm hoping people watch this far because this is the most interesting part to me is staying here.
Because it's definitely not what I expected it to be.
Remember with your partner to always communicate.
Yes.
When it comes to scheduling, men understand that even with jobs and other things, so whatever you want to do, she and daughter or son come first. And if she says she needs to be here, she needs to be here. And it's that simple. It's communicate. Plan and communicate. That's why we're trying to do our schedule of 3 days here, a few days off. So just communicate.
A NICU stay can break a family apart.
Absolutely.
It can break a couple apart. She said, unfortunately, it almost broke up her and her husband. And so, communication.
Yep.
You have to talk to each other. You have to work with each other, and you have to know if somebody needs to be there, they need to be there, and if somebody needs to go home for a few days, they need to go home.
Yeah. So we're gonna end it here because we're rambling.
Yeah,
but,
I feel like it.
If you guys want to see another video like this, like a Q&A. Next time I post about like, hey, I have any questions, it doesn't matter what the question is, just drop it in the comments and we'll do it again. Or leave any questions that you guys have on this video here.
Yeah.
If you guys made it this far, also, another question I have for you guys is, do you guys want to hear kind of a birthing story?
I'm all over that.
We have filmed as much as we could during that night. But there is so much. She was in labor for 16 hours.
Yeah, so there's 16 hours worth of a story.
Yeah. So if you guys want to hear more details on that aspect of things, especially heading in from the discharge to the NICU, how all that stuff, leave comments below about that if you guys want to hear about that. And then leave green hearts again if you made it this far. I did not know it was for gastro, but you did.
I didn't know it until recently. So.
She's in a lot of support groups as well. And that's another huge thing with NICU stays is, whatever your diagnosis is, whatever's going on with your child, go on Facebook or other social media platforms and find groups to connect with, and they will help coach you through it, because that's been a huge thing for you.
Oh yeah, pretty much since we found out that that's what was going on with her. I tried to find groups of people that can relate and other parents that have dealt with it and have been through it, and it is a huge help.
Yeah. Again, sorry for the weird setup, but hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, share this video to other people that you know are kind of in this situation. It might not be gastro, but it could be anything else.
Anything else that could put you in a NICU.
Yeah. So yeah, again, leave a like, subscribe, and we will see you guys in the next video.
I stay focused on my trip, I'm flying, you stay lying, shit, you say I can just read your mind, zero mind, I stay shining, ain't no dimming over here, I don't got a panic for that interview, I can call whenever for that